Good afternoon. I'm Mia Luyando with Badass Art. We're back today on a coloring adventure that we started a couple of days ago. We are working on pale skin tones in our Dragonfly Dreams book, and we've been using charcoal colored pencils. Now we started this out with Panda Fly, which is a colored charcoal pencil set with 24, and it is marketed as a skin tone set on Amazon. And it did a very good job for us. I'm happy with it. But today we're going to be using a set of 72 colors from Color, and I will have the link in the description below. I'll also go ahead and link the Panda Fly colors below as well. These are 72 colors, and they are in a wooden barrel. These are charcoal as well, so they're definitely chalky. We're going to do everything exactly the same as we did in constructing her face. And today we're going to work on her eyes and hair. I wanted to keep her face kind of neutral, and I worked on this purple area. My idea was to give her kind of a honey, warm brown eye. So without further ado, I've got this brilliant yellow P007, and let's see, it kind of looks like a dark yellow, almost like a kind of a gold. So I'm going to touch in there with that. I'm just doing kind of a grab and lift, almost like the same kind of movement you would do for little eyelashes. You don't want it to be overly bold, just kind of a little flick of the pencil. And you definitely want it to be just a little bit darker around the outside. And then this area here is a little bit more intense. Now I'm going with this yellow ochre color, P006. And I'm just going to concentrate around this area. I'm going to move on to a more proper brown, burnt umber, P047. But the more little lines and dots and colors that you add, the more realistic the eye is going to look. And let's try this raw sienna, P046. And what I want. And just for good measure, all eyes have a few different colors in them. So I'm going in with this Cobalt Turquoise P021, and I'm just going to make some random marks. To finish them off. Now I'm going to go to straight white, and I'm going to lighten just a tiny bit of this. Most people don't have true white eyes. They're always some shade of gray, which is what I'm going for right now. This is Payne's Gray, P049. And I'm going to shadow just lightly right under her lashes. I'm going to get this pink color, Sakura Pink, P009. And I'm going to go into the corner of her eye. And everybody has little veins, so we don't want them to be overdone. We just want just some tiny little suggestions. And I'm going to add just a touch more color to her lips. Okay, now I haven't really thought about her hair color yet, but normally our fairies have unusual hair colors. I guess we could just go forward with a cute little pink color. The Sakura Pink will work just fine. Well, let's lay down some shadows and see what we think. The nice thing about chalk is you can really blend it and smooth it, and if you don't like it, you can take a kneaded eraser. I don't have any kneaded erasers, or I would be happy to show you. And one of our viewers made that suggestion the other day, and it was wonderful. Thank you. Kneaded erasers are these tiny little gray blocks, and you can pull them apart and kind of lift up the chalk that is in the places you don't want it to be. And they're brilliant. They're not standard erasers. You don't rub them back and forth, but you sort of touch and lift, and it kind of peels your pigment away for you. So I'm going to order some of those so that we can have a look at them in future videos. And also I will add the link in the description below. And don't forget your chalky, so you're leaving little crumbles of chalk behind. If you try and you know, swish it away with your hand, you're gonna leave a little trail behind. So definitely have a tissue or an old makeup brush that you've cleaned out good or something like that. You definitely don't want to smear your work. Now at the end, there is a product called Krylon. It's a fixative. I will add the link there. You can buy that at any box store or even Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that. And it is a fixative spray. The last time I purchased it, it was about 10 bucks. And when you're done, you just spray it on and it sets everything. Make sure that you don't want to make any changes to your drawing, because once you spray it on, you can't really change anything. If you leave your work unfinished, you don't want to set it, obviously. Just put a piece of wax paper or plain paper in between so that it doesn't rub off on the black side of the paper. And you don't want it to smudge, obviously. But when you're done, you just spray it with Krylon. It's a fixative spray. And you should be good to go. It shouldn't move around anymore. And one bottle of that has lasted me years and years and years. So depending on, you know, just how much you use charcoal and that kind of thing. But really, you spray it for like 3 seconds from, oh gosh, like this far away, 2 feet away, and it gives you a nice seal over your work, so you don't have to worry about it getting smudged or smeared. Okay, let's put that one away. And I'm gonna get this coral color, P011. There's definitely a learning curve with charcoals. I don't use the medium very often. It was a request to use these pencils, and it's been very enjoyable. It had been, 10 or 15 years since I had done a portrait with charcoal, so definitely a lot of fun. Definitely enjoyed it. If there is a product that you would like to learn more about, drop me a line in the comments and I will be happy to make a video. And we had kind of struggled with that little spot before. I didn't like the color, so I'm just going to bring that down a little farther and cover that up. Now I'm moving to a much lighter color. This one's called Peach, P00 or P055, but it's kind of a flesh tone pink. I'm just going to kind of mix this in. You don't want to overpower her with a real strong hair color because she is so fair. Obviously, you can make her any color you want. But yeah, I think that's where we'll leave her for today. This video is just a tiny bit shorter than usual, but I don't want to get started on flowers or, background right now because it'll, we'll end up having to cut it short. So this is a good spot to end. If you do want to go in and make her hair darker or brighter, you can add orange, You can add purple, you can add blue, you can add green. The sky's the limit with this. Just make sure that you don't, drag the crumbles so that you're not unhappy. I don't want you to be unhappy. And, just enjoy the process. That's what it's all about. I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop me a line in the comments below. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. That way you always know when I have a new video, which is generally Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope everybody's having a great day.